Hey there, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Gym and Wellness. Today's tip is once again a little bit more on staying focused. Finding your motivation, staying focused, and working out, eating proper. The key is, one, definitely being consistent. Small steps. If you've set like a goal that might feel like it's a little bit out of the realm, lower it. Just start with small baby steps. You don't have to say, like if you're 100 pounds overweight, you have to lose 100 pounds. Start small. Just say you want to lose your first 10 pounds. You know what I mean? So don't look at it like, all of this stuff I have to do. Do it step by step, inch by inch. And then that way, once you hit that goal, okay, I'm going to lose another 10 pounds, or this time I'm going to try set for 15 pounds, or whatever it is. Don't set the goal at completely from, I'm just saying, if you weigh 250 pounds and you're trying to get to 150 pounds, don't say that this is your exact, that might be the long-term goal, and that's fine. Have a long-term goal, but have short-term goals. And not only in weight loss, because, as we go through, and a lot of my clients see this, sometimes the scale doesn't move, but if we've measured, the circumference of the arm or the leg or the thigh, the leg and the thigh, it's the same damn thing, right? The waist, those things go down, but the scale didn't go down, or, the scale didn't move as much as they wanted it to, but, we lost a couple of inches. So there's different other ways within that to stay motivated and focused. So not just the scale, but measure, do body fat measurements, do circumference, tape measurements, as well as the scale. So you don't have just one thing that you're looking at, and when that doesn't show some improvement that you think it should have, then you're like, screw it, didn't work. But so sometimes the scale doesn't move within that week, but you feel your clothes, your jeans are a little bit looser, or whatever, your shirt's a little bit looser, or you just internally you feel better. There's so many different things to look at to stay motivated with. It's not just the outside appearance, it's inward appearance. It's your health, it's the cholesterol, it's the heart, it's the exercise helps prevent cancer, so there's so many different things to look at exercise and, of course, proper nutrition as motivation and to stay focused on. Do you want cancer? Do you want heart disease? Do you, want diabetes? If your family's prone, if they're overweight and they're prone to diabetes, you might get that. So, look at those things as goals and motivation and focus, stay focused on, because you're trying to prevent those things. Or if you are a diabetic that is, controlled through food and exercise, do it. You know what I mean? You would much rather stick needles in you or take insulin, pills or whatever, have a pump on you, whatever, than to exercise and get rid of all that stuff. Think about your body as its own motivation, as its own focus, as its own temple, as it should be. And that should be your motivation and focus in itself, you know what I mean? The health of it. Internal health as well as the external, visual look of it. We all want to feel good. We all want to, but sometimes we don't feel like putting in the work. But if we put in the work, we do get the payment. It might not be money, but it's definitely in the way we feel. We can, play with our kids and or our grandkids, we have, we have more energy, we have, more, muscle tone, lean tissue, we're stronger to actually be able to lift certain things and do certain things. There might be, a couple, years down the road where you're going to have to help a loved one with, their body. They might be in a situation where they need you to, lift them to, put them in bed or something like that, If you're not strong enough, Start now, you know, and not saying that that may ever come, but, you know, there's different things and different ways that you can look at certain things to be motivated, not just looking for, you know, inspiration in a picture or inspiration in, you know, someone, you know, the way someone visually looks, but, you know, stay focused on you and not what everybody else is doing as well. That's a good key. Like in the gym, sometimes people, you know, look over and say, wow, he's lifting or she's lifting, you know, or he's running or she's running fast or whatever. If I can't do that, then I shouldn't be doing anything. Or, you know, you try and compare yourself to that person. Don't compare yourself to that person. Compare yourself to you. You know, if you want to start jogging, you know, jog, walk. You know, if you know, set a goal as to jog a half a mile, you know, not even a mile. You don't have to set big goals, you know, because, you know, obviously you want to succeed. So, you know, if you set a goal of a mile or 2 miles or 3, you know, and you're afraid that you can't do that, so you say, you know what, I can't do a mile, I'm going to just not do it. Well, anybody can do a mile. Anybody can walk a freaking mile. So if you set out to do a mile or even a half a mile, anybody can walk a freaking half a mile. It's not that far. I mean, hell, you walk around in the mall a couple of times, that's a freaking mile. Some malls are more than a mile. So don't tell me that y'all can't walk a mile. You can. So, you know, time frame wise, maybe you can't do a mile in 5 minutes. Okay, I get that. I can't do a mile in 5 minutes. Might be 7 minutes if I'm sprinting as fast as I can. But you get my point. You can do anything you set your mind to. So if you want to do something, you know, but you think it's a little bit out of the realm, half it, you know. So if you want to try a mile, but you're scared to do a mile, even though you know you can walk a mile because you just walked the mall yesterday shopping, do a half a mile, you know, and you don't have to jog it the whole time. You know, if you want to try and jog a half a mile, jog a half a mile, but know in your brain that you can walk a little bit. And if you do, that's not failing. You know, you tried, you're doing it. Now, the next time you go to jog that half a mile or that mile, you know, try and jog a little bit further before you have to walk. So there's all kinds of things. It's you need to be focused on you and be better than you were yesterday. You know, don't look at Mary Sue and Billy Bob and what they're doing and stuff like that, because they're at a different they're at a different point right now. You might be at a starting point and they're at a different point. They've been doing this for a couple of years. So don't look over and say, oh my God, she's running at a 9. I can't do that, so I shouldn't run at all. No, stay focused on you and set your own mini goals and have fun with it. You know, don't look at it like it's work. And, you know, we feel good, we feel better, and we're happier, and we feel better when we feel better. Does that make sense? What? I know, it's early. Hey, cut me some slack. But you get what I'm saying, you know, so don't always look at another individual for your own motivation. You know, maybe, you know, use it as a tool, use it as a guide, but you don't need that person. You don't. And buddy system works well with gyms, you know, or working out. If you're working out, you know, at the track, going to the school track to walk or something like that, a buddy system is great. But the thing is, when that buddy can't do it, what do? You just stay home, you don't do it. So don't rely on that buddy system to be your only source of motivation and focus to do what you want to do. Have your want, I've said it before, your want has to be, you know, you have to figure out which want is your strongest want. Do you want to sit on the couch or do you want to go and work out? You know, and just because your buddy, which is a great thing, it's another motivational tool, you know, the buddy system is great. However, if they sit home, they have to go to work, whatever, you need to still go, you know, and use that as their motivation to hold them accountable, that maybe they have to challenge them. Well, when you get off work then, or when you get done whatever you're doing, you have to go and walk your mile or whatever it might be. So, you know, that way you're helping that person stay motivated as well, just because they couldn't do it. So everybody can feed off of everything and be motivation for everyone, even if you're at the starting beginning point. There's still ways that you can motivate other people. But look at yourself, motivate yourself, you know, by small goals. Don't set big goals. And, you know, motivate yourself by, you know, staying focused on you, not what they're doing, but what you're doing and what you can do. And don't be ashamed. And nobody, especially in my gym, I mean, nobody here that's going to judge you to say, you're only lifting 10 pounds, whatever, you know, I'm lifting 50 over here. No, no one's going to do that. And if they are, that's their issue, not yours. But, you know, everybody's got to start out somewhere. And everybody that's in the gym that knows that, they've been there, done that. And, you know, so stay focused on you. Have you be your motivation. Have your health be your motivation, and focus. But most importantly, just set small goals. Don't set the big goals. And like I said, you can set the big goals as, you know, the bigger plan. But make sure that you're taking the baby steps, because if you're taking a step forward, no matter how slow it is, at least you're moving forward. So don't think, I want to lose 100 pounds, or I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to lose 60 pounds, but, oh, that's a lot, so I'm not going to do it. No, step forward and do it. Don't step backwards and don't just sit still. Just do it. You know, every little, you know, pound, every little ounce, you know, is a plus in the right direction to your goals. Stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.